Alright, so last week we looked at taking two identical images and playing about with one of the images, making it blurry or making it black and white, or changing the colours or adding some form of filter to it, and then deleting one of the images, the top image, so you can see the changes you made underneath. So today we're going to do the same sort of thing. We're going to take some layered photographs, but this time rather than having them all the same and then changing them ourselves, we're going to take, in this case, we're going to take a series of action shots, and we're going to try and capture that action all in one photograph by seeing the four different stages, but all in one image. So I've got four layered photographs. I've got my top layer that you can see now, and then if I just uncheck that, there's the next layer down, and the next layer down, and the next layer down, and that's the bottom layer actually. So let's put this back in. So the idea is going to be that I'm going to try and keep this bit of the action bit of the top layer, but get rid of everything else so I can see the next layer down. I've got layer 4 highlighted, so I'm just going to work on layer 4. I might make this brush a tiny bit bigger, just for speed. Okay. Right, so let's have a look at this. We'll try and... okay, so now you can see as I get... bring this out there like that. Just going to wipe away as much of that top photograph as I can. A bit too enthusiastic there. I think I've just chopped off his board, but I'm going to get the brush down a bit so I can bring out this guy's head. Say that big. Okay. Alright. Looks a bit weird because I've deleted a bit of the top guy, but again you can imagine doing it a bit more slowly, a bit more carefully, you get a better effect. Right, so that's the top layer deleted. So we'll get into the next layer down to layer 3. Get my brush size back up again. Let's try that. And then I'll wipe out layer 3. Oh, there we go. And okay, there we go. Got that bit of layer 3. I'll take a bit more out of this just to make sure I've got all the bottom bit taken out. Come up here, like that. And then I'll get into layer 2 and do the same again. Okay, and it's a bit rough and ready, I'll be honest, but you can see the idea of it, that you can take four photographs and delete the bits that you don't want, and then and capture like this sequence that I've got going here, but all in one photo. The other thing you can do with this is take 3 photos where the background is in focus on the first one, and then the middle ground is in focus on the second one, and the foreground is in focus on the third one, and then delete the appropriate parts of the photograph, blend them together, and then that way you get a photo that looks absolutely crystal clear in focus all the way through, which is very difficult to do with a camera unless you've got very expensive lenses. Or alternatively have 3 different photos with different exposures. So sometimes if you have quite a bright sky, you either have detail in the foreground, or the sky looks detailed. So either you've got the foreground's detailed but the sky looks too bright, or the sky looks right and then the foreground's too dark. So you can take 2 photos like that have been taken on a tripod, and again blend them together, and you can have the best bit of the sky and the best bit of the foreground all in one photograph. I was going to mention this last week actually, that you're probably aware that there's all sorts of tools that on your mobile, you're probably taking shots like this on your mobile, and it will automatically create a panorama, for example, or create a sequence shot like this one, or call a high resolution image Um, uh, that's true, and you can just do it all or press a button for some of these things. But it's a bit like cooking, I suppose, or it's very different being able to stick a ready meal in a microwave and press a button and eat what comes out, and being able to create it yourself from scratch. So it's although you can get similar effects, you're limited by what the program you've got does. Whereas if you sort of learn how to do it yourself, then you can be more creative in what you do. So this week I'd like to take 2, 3, 4, 5 shots and blend them together to try and create either a sequence shot or add something to an image that wasn't there before. I definitely need your before shots because there's loads and loads of photos like this on the internet, and you can just cut and paste it onto just cut and paste it and send it to me as a photo. But I need to see the before shots that you've used as well, so that I know that you've actually stitched them together and it's not just a cut and paste job. Okay, so good luck with that, and let me know if there's any problems.